So when I told my wife that I was emceeing this event today, she asked me why, and I said two words, Lupe est. And those of you that know what it means. So, but welcome, another great crowd and a great venue, and we're going to hear from Bill Robertson of the museum in a few minutes. But first of all, welcome to the annual Cinco de Mayo celebration. My name is Raul Alvarez, and I'm very pleased to be part of the committee to honor Cesar Chavez and the Unity Committee. I have to share with you, when I posted something this morning on Facebook about Cinco de Mayo, inevitably every year I have someone respond with, Happy Independence Day for Mexico. And I said, okay, except it's not. They said, well, I got into this discussion with someone later on, and they said, well, isn't it like the 4th of July for you guys? And I said, well, let me see. Cinco de Mayo means 5th of May, so no. And I said, secondly, it's not the independence. It is an important recognition and celebration of the Battle of Puebla when the Mexican people defeated the French army who were fighting their way into Mexico City. But enough of that. Welcome again. We've got a great program. I hope you've enjoyed the food. But for now, I'd like to introduce Narciso da Silva, who's a student at Potter's House School. He's going to do our national anthem, and that's going to be followed by Gabriel Estrada, who's going to do the Mexican national anthem.
Say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Narciso and Gabriel. So if you look around and in awe of this place, it's amazing what this place offers, and we're very pleased to be here for this special celebration and to welcome us to his house, Executive Director Dale Robertson.
Здравствуйте, меня зовут D.L. Robertson. So I shared a little bit of my heritage with you, which is Russian, so I just said hello and once again repeated my name. So on behalf of the Grand Rapids Public Museum, thank you for being here today. Indulge me for a minute for a little bit of civic pride, as Mayor and Wendy and others have heard me say this. I'm not from Grand Rapids, I'm from downriver Detroit, so I have no West Michigan humility at all. But I do give myself a license to brag a little bit to you about the wonderful treasures you have here. So this institution is 160 years old this year, makes it the oldest museum in the state of Michigan. In terms of collection size, it is the second largest museum in the state of Michigan. We were originally part of the Grand Rapids Public Schools. And so Wendy Faub, the board chair, is here. I saw Tony Baker. There may be other board members here. I'm sorry if I missed because there's a lot of you here. We were part of Grand Rapids Public until 1904 when we joined up with the city of Grand Rapids. And so our owner, Mayor Hartwell, is actually here today also. So this institution title is held by the city of Grand Rapids. It is truly a public institution. We served 30,000 people over spring break. We had a free day yesterday, and we had 9,500 people through here. And so part of what our goals are for this institution is to be as public, if not more public, than we've ever been. So our opportunity to work with Lupe Ramos Montini and the committee to honor Cesare Chavez and to play host. And it is truly an honor for us to play host to you, and this celebration is a very important honor and goal for this institution. So I cannot thank for all being here, and I cannot thank enough the committee to honor Cesare Chavez and Lupe Ramos Montini for giving us this opportunity today. Thank you and welcome and enjoy.
Thank you, Dale. I'd like to now welcome Salvador Jimenez, who is a community arts advocate with Kendall College of Art and Design, who's going to share a few thoughts with us.
Good afternoon. Welcome to the 2014 Cinco de Mayo celebration. My name is Salvador Jimenez. I work at Kendall as community arts advocate. And in this role, I develop new relationships with multicultural communities that consist of underrepresented, underserved, and first-generation student populations. Additionally, I serve as a liaison to multicultural outreach organizations such as the local committee to honor Cesare Chavez. On behalf of the committee to honor Cesare Chavez, I welcome you to this Cinco de Mayo celebration. Our coming together on this day is hopefully just one of many days that we celebrate the spirit of Cinco de Mayo, which echoes the determination of the Mexican people who achieved victory against the French in the Battle of Puebla. The determination and perseverance reflected in this victory is something that our local committee to honor Cesare Chavez instill in students supported through its scholarships. As we financially support students to achieve higher education, we also encourage them to maintain their cultural identity with pride. Thank you and enjoy the celebration.
Thank you, Salvador. Oh, I have to say, by the way, I failed to say this only because I was still mesmerized by it. If the back-to-back anthems didn't give you goosebumps, there's something seriously wrong with you. It's great stuff. I would like to now welcome our very own elected official, Lupe Ramos Montigny, the Honorable Lupe Ramos Montigny, who is going to introduce some of the familiar faces we have with our elected officials.
Buenas tardes. Good afternoon. I have, where are my notes? I don't want to leave anybody out, but as the chair of the committee to honor Cesare Chavez, I am honored to stand before you in this celebration of Cinco de Mayo. We are not here to dance, to sing, to eat. We are here to learn why we celebrate Cinco de Mayo. Now, we are all about our students, and it is very important for our students to understand that we as a community have contributed to the history of the United States, and one way is by celebrating the Battle of Puebla. Another way is by celebrating as the committee to honor Cesare Chavez. On March 10th, 2014, the State Board of Education adopted a resolution, and at this time, I would like to introduce to you our state superintendent, your state superintendent, Mike Flanagan, all the way from Lansing, came to visit with us. Please, Mr. Flanagan. Together with the State Board of Education and Superintendent Flanagan, we passed the resolution, and now it is strongly recommended that all schools in the state of Michigan incorporate the life and legacy of Cesare Chavez in their social studies standards. Now, at this table right here, will Mayor Hardwell please stand, County Commissioner Tellett, County Commissioner Carol Hennessy. Our top sponsor, AT&T, Ruth Goddard. At this table are officials, retiring police chief Kevin Belk, and our state superintendent Mike Flanagan. One of our recipients for the special tribute, Reverend Dr. Renigold Smith, Tommy Brand from Brand Restaurants, our board president of the Grand Rapids Public Schools, Dr. Wendy Phelps. All right, where do I have more elected officials? Raise your hand, please. Tony Baker, Grand Rapids Public Schools. Maureen Slate, please stand. Grand Rapids Public Schools. John Matias, Grand Rapids Public Schools. We have our GREA president, Paul Helder. Terry Hoover Hyde from the Teamsters. Garrett Arwa from Michigan Democratic Party. Mary Janich from Senator Stevanov's office. Did I name everyone? Now all of you, and Betsy Flory from Kenwood, Councilwoman. Everybody please stand. Everybody please stand. Everyone please stand. You all are all VIPs today, so let's give everyone a big round of applause. Thank you very much. Now, at this time, I'd like Betsy Arts to please come to the podium. And Eric Picardo to please come to the podium. Now, we are very fortunate in our city, and I often say that I live, when I'm in the state doing my state business, that I live in the capital of the state of Michigan. Because in my city, in your city, we work together. And Superintendent Flanagan can tell you that I'm always trying to get the west side of the state in the state business as far as education is concerned. Well, Betsy Flory is here because on March the 20th, we celebrated big time social justice activities. And then we look at the sign in the back. She was able to bring the movie Cesar Chavez, an American hero, to Grand Rapids. Now, right away she opened the door. Other cities brought the movie, but they had to petition, they had to demonstrate, they had to plead, they had to beg, but not in Grand Rapids, because in Grand Rapids we work together. And so Betsy opened the door. Not only did she open the door for us, but we had a premiere, full house. We got $2,000 out of that full house for our scholarships, for our students. And she also printed 5,000 flyers, no cost to the committee, so we could have a full house at that premiere. So what we are going to give Betsy today is a special painting by our very own artist, Eric Picardo, and at this time, Eric will come to the podium. Let's give Betsy a big round of applause. Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you.
Congratulations, Betsy. That was a full house, and everyone had a great time tonight for a great cause. If you haven't checked out the movie, you really should. It's good stuff. So now I'd like to invite our friend from Wood TV8, Eva Aguirre Cooper, to join us to really tell us what Cinco de Mayo is about, and the significance, and why we're here celebrating in Grand Rapids today. Eva?
The Committee to Honor Cesar y Chavez has been celebrating Cinco de Mayo since its inception in 2000. It all started, if maybe some of you remember, I know I do, at Westwood Middle School in Grand Rapids Public Schools, organized by who other, Lupe Ramos Montini. Today we celebrate the day in a larger scale here at the beautiful Grand Rapids Public Museum with the same theme of hope, determination, inclusion, and respect. Today marks a Mexican holiday that more and more people celebrate every year in the United States, yet many do not know the reason for the festivities. Contrary to popular belief, Cinco de Mayo is not the celebration of Mexico's Independence Day. El Grito de la Independencia, the cry of independence, is held annually on September 16th in honor of Mexico's independence from Spanish rule in 1810. Cinco de Mayo celebrates the victory of the Battle of Puebla by the indigenous people against the powerful French army. On May 5th, 1862, 4,000 Mexican soldiers defeated the well-equipped 8,000-member French army that had gone undefeated for almost 50 years. Dr. Lily Rivera also reminds us of the importance of Cinco de Mayo. We celebrate Cinco de Mayo because we have need for heroes, not just because heroes do great and glorious things, but because we see them as people like us. In finding commonalities with them, we draw courage, inspiration, and belief in ourselves as worthy human beings. So we reach back half a century. We reach south, 2,000 miles, south to the heroes of another nation, of another time. We connect to the weak and the brave in a place far away in a moment long ago, for we see in their struggle and in their victory something within us, the potential for victory against great odds, the potential to contribute historically, significantly to this nation. True victory in this battle for recognition lies not just in our personal academic and financial success. A minority of successful Hispanics is not proof that we have achieved parity as a people. The battle will only be won when Hispanics no longer remain at the top of the drug list, the prison population, and the unemployment lines. We must continue to celebrate Cinco de Mayo without apologies until the day when Hispanic Americans truly stand equal to all Americans. The Committee to Honor Cesar y Chavez celebrates the determinations of Mexicans as demonstrated in the Battle of Puebla. Like the steadfast commitment of the Mexican soldiers, the committee is determined to give students the gift of opportunity through education. In doing so, the rich legacy, spirit, and impact of the Battle of Puebla is forever a part of our lives throughout the year. Thank you.
Jalisco, the Mariachi's Potpourri. It is a combination of two songs. One is the Parque Jalisco, and the other is a song to La Negra. This musical dance is dedicated especially to the musical groups called mariachis. In this dance, the men's movements stand out from the women with a series of sequences and movements with a strong tap dance finale.
Follow something like that.
I want to thank everybody for being here. My name is Raymond Trujillo. I'm a dance instructor at the Academy of the Arts, teaching a lot of little kids. This is my passion since I was a little kid too, when I was in Mexico. I'm also known as Payaso Mundin, the Clown Mundin, and I want to introduce my art piece now, a little advertisement. I'm going to create a giant piñata for the same reason, because I love my culture, and I'll be performing and doing clown entertainment. I hope everybody enjoy Cinco de Mayo, and I hope everybody enjoy September 15, which is our independence. Thank you.
So if you guys are interested in dance lessons, Zumba lessons, aerobics, go see our friend. He'll take care of you. So traditionally, now this is where we thank our group that we call our sponsors, that we affectionately call our padrinos. So we're going to go through the list. It's important that you're all recognized for your support. So if you have a representative, if you're a representative of these padrinos, please stand and do not be shy. We have AT&T, Grand Rapids Public Schools, Davenport University, Ferris State University, don't be shy please, Fifth Third Bank, State Farm Insurance. If you're shy, don't stand, you'll hear from Lupe. Okay? Grand Rapids Education Association, Kendall College of Art and Design, McDonald's USA, Spectrum Health, Teamsters Local 406, UAW Region 1D, we have Aquinas College, Calvin College, Grand Rapids Community College, Grand Rapids Public Museum, Grand Valley State University, Western Michigan University, Sanchez Income Tax and Translation Services, Kent County Democratic Party, Wood TV 8, and a special thanks to Vestida Foods, Supermercado Mexico, and again, Grand Rapids Public Museum. Thank you. Thank you all so much. So as we do every year, we would like to now recognize some special individuals and bestow a special honor on behalf of the Unity Committee and the Committee to honor Cesar Chavez. So once again, I'd like to invite Lupe.
Everybody has received Cinco de Mayo special tribute. All right, now, thank you. Every year we give a special tribute to people that have lived the life and legacy of Cesar Chavez, and also have been supporters, strong supporters of the Committee to honor Cesar Chavez and our mission. And this year we are very, very thankful that we were able to select 3 that have really helped us move our agenda along. Now, in March the 20th, we celebrated social justice activities. And if it hadn't been for Potter House School and the Roosevelt Park Community Neighborhood Christian Reformed Church, it wouldn't have been done. And so we are celebrating today and giving special tribute to, and Dr. Rhea Booker for Davenport University will present the first tribute.
Good afternoon, everyone. Reverend Dr. Reginald Smith was born and raised on Chicago's West Side. He was the first in his family to go to college, where he earned a bachelor's degree from Culver Stockton College in history and political science. After working in a law firm, he felt the Lord calling him into ministry. He moved to Grand Rapids to attend Calvin Theological Seminary, where he earned his Master's of Divinity degree in 1992. In 1994, he was ordained into the Christian Reformed ministry, and he has been the senior pastor of Roosevelt Park Community Christian Reformed Church since 1994. On March 20 of this year, the Committee to Honor Cesar Chavez worked closely with Reverend Dr. Smith in the planning of the Cesar Chavez social justice activities. Reverend Smith was very gracious in hosting the community gathering in his church, where approximately 400 students, elected officials, community members, and city officials participated in the work and teachings as presented by students of all ages. As Reverend Dr. Smith reflected on the life of Cesar Chavez, he admired his commitment to building coalitions by finding common ground to achieve justice. Si se puede slogan is a deep value of Chavez, that social change was not accomplished by fear and intimidation of others. He held on to the truth that all people are diminished when injustice is not challenged. Yes, we can is a prayer of hope and perseverance. It is my honor to present this recognition to Reverend Dr. Smith, who's a great pillar of our community and my friend.
Okay, this is a typical guayabera. Everybody say that word? Guayabera. And it's a typical Mexican shirt. It is used by all Latin American countries. And now we present this to Reverend Dr. Smith.
I go down, right?
Yes. The next one is Superintendent John D. Boyd, but before he was with Potter's House School, he worked with the Grand Rapids Public Schools. So he is my brother in that respect. Mr. Boyd graduated from Calvin College with a Bachelor's of Arts degree in elementary education with majors in psychology and sociology. In 1974, following graduation, he began teaching for the Grand Rapids Public Schools at Beckwith Elementary. He received his Master's of Arts degree in teaching from Calvin College in 1985 and co-founded the Potter's House School in the fall of 1981. Mr. Boyd continued to teach at Beckwith Elementary while serving for the first few years as the volunteer administrator for Potter's House School. In 2002, Mr. Boyd left the GRPS to dedicate himself full-time to the Potter's House, working as administrator and superintendent. In addition to his work at the Potter's House, Mr. Boyd continues to be active in the community. He has been a resident of the Roosevelt Park neighborhood since 1975, and he continues to be committed to the safety and flourishing of the neighborhood and school community. This commitment is evident in his service on the boards of Excel Charter School, Christian Community Development Association, and the Hoboken Group, an informal group of urban Christ Center schools. He has been heavily involved in organizing the Cesar Chavez Day celebration in Grand Rapids. He shares Mr. Chavez's dream for Americans to unite across the generations in the idea that this country is a place where everyone belongs, everyone deserves a chance, and everyone has significance. And I introduce to you Superintendent John Boyd. And John Boyd selected a white guayabera as his color. We even cater to their color. Here you go. Thank you and congratulations. Hema Cano Low is our next recipient. Hema has been helping the committee to honor Cesar Chavez, and more important, she has been involved in immigration reform. Immigration reform is the cause that the committee to honor Cesar Chavez has adopted for this year. Hema Cano Low came to the United States from Mexico in 1991 to learn English, and she has been living in Michigan since then. She participated in the massive march in May 1st, 2006 for immigration reform. But it wasn't until 2009 when she started to get involved in activism as a volunteer with Grassroots, the organization called Michigan Organizing Project that later became Michigan United. She has been involved in rallies, prayer vigils, office visits to legislators. On her first visit to Washington, D.C. in 2010, she marched and participated in lobbying in Capitol Hill. She went from taking active part in pro-immigration reform, a volunteer, to public speaker in organizing her own rallies. In 2013, she organized 2 buses that traveled to Washington, D.C. in behalf of immigration reform. She is currently a board member and the leader for Immigration Reform Advocacy Group with a church faith-based organization called the Micah Center. The Micah Center has more than 40 churches affiliated in Greater Grand Rapids, Michigan, that take on different social justice issues which are discussed in advocacy groups. The Cesar Chavez movie inspired her to take action and fast for the families that are suffering separation. Gemma said in the movie Cesar, an American Hero, Cesar used various strategies to join the social justice movement. It is our time now to follow the lead from Cesar E. Chavez's example and move Congress on immigration reform. And now I introduce to you Gemma Canolo, and her beautiful blouse is on the way from Texas. So we will present that to her in a later date. Give Gemma a big round of applause. Okay, thank you.
So congratulations to all the honorees. Mayor Hartwell, I was just going to suggest that both Reverend Dr. Smith and John hold on to your guayaberas. I'm pretty sure I saw Mayor Hartwell eyeing them, so good stuff. So thank you for joining us, Mayor. So now I get the pleasure of introducing a couple of young individuals, but I have to share this with you. The only time I actually was asked to dance in front of a group was when I was 12 years old, growing up in Holland. I was dressed up as a Dutch boy wearing wooden shoes. And I think it was after that it was decided that I should not be dancing at all. So, but I would like to introduce for a special treat Nayeli Mares, Luis Pulido, who are performing for us La Pelea del Gallo by Grupo Tarasco. As I said, I always get to follow something like that. So before I forget, I'd be remiss if I didn't thank our friends from El Quiasco Tapatío for what I think was some great food. So we want to thank them for today. And of course, we wouldn't be complete if we didn't have Lupe share some words. And this time, I think the word for the day is empowerment. So Lupe.
Yeah, the word empowerment is very important in all communities, and specifically, I want to urge our community to go vote. El voto es su voz. Your vote is your voice. Now, on Tuesday, I wish the mayor was here. On Tuesday, we have an election here in the city of Grand Rapids that are very important, 2 elections. One is for the city to take over the sidewalks when they're all messed up. They're going to be taking over if that bill passes. And the other one, that proposal passes. And the other one is fix the roads. We've been waiting for Lansing, and we can wait for a long, long time for Lansing to get their act together. But in our city, Mayor Hartwell and the city commissioners have taken over, and they want to continue with the existing tax that's there to fix our roads. How many of you have had flat tires and problems with your cars because of the potholes in our city of Grand Rapids? Many of us. And so Mayor and the commission and many citizens are working very hard to get that proposal passed. So su voto es su voz. If you're not registered, we can still register. I know that the Michigan Democratic Party is here, but registration is not partisan. You just register and you vote according to how you feel. We're not telling you how to vote. We're just telling you to empower yourself and go vote. Now, in our state, there are enough Hispanos registered to vote, and we can be a big either this way or that way. We can determine elections if we go to the polls and empower ourselves. So please go and vote. However you want to vote, just go and vote. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Lupe. Do you remember the 2 words I shared earlier? Lupe asked. So I would suggest you listen. So now we would like to invite Latoya Booker, Director of the Center for Diversity and Inclusion with Aquinas College, who's going to share some closing remarks with us.
Good afternoon. It's my pleasure to offer you some closing remarks. I want to just take a moment to say thank you on behalf of Lupe Ramos-Montini, Rayan Booker, Dr. Rayan Booker, and the rest of the Cesar y Chavez committee, to our sponsors, who again, you can find those listed on the back of your program, and also all of you for making this year's Cinco de Mayo program a success. As you heard earlier, our purpose for gathering today is to commemorate an uncommon determination and victory, and so we hope that you enjoyed the program. I want you to know that this event does not take place in isolation. The Committee to Honor Cesar y Chavez puts on multiple events throughout the year, and so I want to invite you today to mark your calendars for our next event, which is the Scholarship and Awards Gala. It'll be on October 16th. Again, we thank you for coming. I do want to invite any of you who are interested in keeping up to date. If you want to leave your business cards on the table, we'll be glad to collect those and send you information on our upcoming events. And then also, as you exit, if you haven't already checked out the beautiful artwork by Eric Piquero on your way out, please do that. Again, thank you for coming, for celebrating with us today, and have a great afternoon.